Hello Pisces, thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot. It's by Renata Lechner, there's no T in there. Nope. And for the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright. First half is going to be relationships, second half is going to be single. What is my cat doing to my stuff? He likes to throw things around like that. He just kind of like, there it goes. I'm like, he's a cat. He's a young cat. He's a kitty. He just looks like a cat, but he's definitely a kitty. Anyway, relationship first, single second, and we're going to put out the oracle cards as needed. Pisces. Okay. This feels like those are, okay. Just keep going. No, this goes over this way more. I might pull the bottom card later, but right now I'm going to leave it alone. So we're going to leave it alone. Alright, so this situation right now. The first thing I'm getting with when it comes to relationships is on your side, and I'm going to say this, I'm a Pisces as well. Is it stagnation or lack of determination is what I'm worried about? Because it feels more like lack of determination to change a pattern already in place. Alright, so I feel like this is a problem. This seems to be a problem where you're standing. Because it's spiritually you got the Two of Swords. Where you're standing is the Hierophant. I'm getting you're trying to stay with what works. The trick here is what's been working is starting to not work. There's a change that has to happen here. A change needs to happen. Now, before we go too far, I do feel the love from your partner towards you. But I'm getting this as lack of determination. What are we talking about? Lack of determination to change something that is not working. But it feels like it's worked in the past multiple times. But it's like it's outdated. It's kind of like you've been using the same computer operating system for a good while. And you're not realizing that everything else around you has moved on to a new system. And you're like, but this has worked and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, why can't I keep using it? Because things around you have changed. And I'm getting that's the problem. Because the Hierophant is saying, if everything was the same, if the environment was the same, if everybody was the same, yeah, you could keep going the same way. But I feel like things around you have changed. And I'm getting that Two of Swords spiritually is like, but I knew how to handle things when they were like that. Like, I knew how to handle them. And I handled them well. They worked out well. It's like, spiritually the Two of Swords is there like, but I know this works. I feel like that's the fight you're having internally. Because you're like, I know this works though. And the thing is, not anymore. Something has changed. The way you've handled this no longer works. Now, I feel like this is, the challenge card here is connecting with what's going on now. And I got to be careful how I pull this in because I'm getting like dedicated effort is not going to work. This is not going to work. It's not going to work out. Because you got where you're standing, the Page of Pentacles, Earth, determined, dependable. Page is kind of where you're standing. The thing is, your challenge card is your natural reaction to the situation is to, like when you get pushed or somebody tries to push you, are you being pushed? You're not being pushed. But I'm getting like you're starting to realize it's not working. I feel like you're getting that. But I feel like your knee-jerk reaction is like, okay, hold on, I'll just put more effort into it. That's the Knight, that's the upgrade, because that's the next one up, I believe, in this hierarchy for this deck. Page, Knight, Queen, King. Sometimes, they throw princesses and all this other stuff in there. Not in this deck, though, so we're good. But I'm getting, I feel like there's something in the middle here, though. I know that these cards in this deck go from one to the next. I feel like there's something here. There's like a half step. And that's like your chance to like break this. Because I'm getting your knee-jerk reaction when this isn't working is to put in more effort, more determination, more dedication. Because you're like, no, I have to have this work out. I know this works, so I'll just put more dedication in. But you got this half step in here in the middle that's saying, like, this is your moment to breathe and think about it. Like, look around you. Look why this isn't working. Because you're going to get that knee-jerk reaction to, like, okay, if I just put in more effort, I can fix this. It can keep going. But they're like, there's going to be a moment here where you're going to just kind of pause, take that moment, and look around you and realize it's like everything around you has changed, or at least changed enough that you can't do it the same way. Because that's what I'm getting, like the repetitious nature of this, the determination of something that has worked in the past. Like, there's a good reason you're feeling this way, but they're like, not now. No, there's something different here. This isn't going to work. No, your partner seems to be more... They're more apt to change, or, like, it feels like they're accepting it. Yeah, not most, like, they don't want to, because I feel like they're kind of in the same boat as you, like, it's worked in the past. They'd like to keep going because it's worked in the past. But I feel like when they have the Eight of Pentacles, they're coming to that spot where they're kind of like, you know what? This doesn't seem like... I feel like they're coming to this moment trying to fix whatever it is as normal. And they're kind of like, this isn't going to work out this time. And they seem to be... I'm getting accepting that this is outdated. It's like outdated software. This is the best way I can put it. Like, the way this is being handled is just outdated. Currently, it just doesn't match the system. It doesn't match the situation. It just doesn't. It's almost like when you in the past you had children and you could handle it a certain way because you had final say, but now it's like they're teenagers or in their early 20s, one of the two, and you can't just be the dictator. It definitely is a democracy now. It's kind of like that type of change. Is that right? Okay. So where is this going? I see this one card and I'm not sure what's happening just yet. But I do see your partner. Your partner seems to be trying to go along with it first. But I feel like it's kind of like, it's not like they want to, it's like they feel like they have to. And I'm noticing, like, you notice with these two cards, the Queen of Cups is their spiritual position, the Four of Cups is where they're headed. And I don't know if you can see it, but like in the middle here, you see the Queen is holding a cup, there's that other cup right over there. And I'm feeling like they don't really want to do things differently, but they're grabbing a hold of that cup and they're just owning it, because above this is telling me the fertility is there. Like, this gets better if they just suck it up and go forward, because they feel like they're getting it. They're just like, the more I resist it, the longer it's going to drag on, the worse it's going to get. Or the short answer, it's just not going to work. So they got the fertility above here. They are grabbing a hold of that cup. They don't really want to because of the Queen of Cups, the fertility. They're feeling like they really, to make this work out, the sooner they grab onto it, the sooner they accept it, the better this becomes. I do feel them moving forward before you. I'm actually feeling them changing how they handle the situation. It feels like there's more diplomacy here on their side first. And I got the Sun card on their side. Like, I feel like they're the first to really dig into it, start hashing it out, start trying to find edits, trying to find different ways to do things. I feel like I'm connecting. Well, I'm a Pisces anyway, but I'm connecting to the Pisces side, and I don't like this. It's almost like I don't want this to change. This is just like, it's like uncharted territory. It's like, but we don't know if that's going to work. Like, that could have there's so many possibilities for problems and hiccups and issues. But your partner's almost, I feel like when your partner's standing here, they're kind of looking at you saying, we have to go forward this way. Like, that way of doing things isn't an option anymore. And I feel me connecting with that Pisces going, what do you mean it's not an option anymore? It's worked so many times. I just feel like there's this back and forth of this, like, trying to keep it the way it was, and your partner, like, I would love to, but it's just not, it's not going to happen. It's weird, because as the Pisces kind of is connecting in with me, especially again because I'm a Pisces, I'm getting like I see it and I understand it, but I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to see it. I feel like it's that type of thing. It's like, no, I don't want to. What makes things better for you is just to give in to your partner, which I feel like that might be kind of going against the grain a little bit for you right now, because I just feel like you're like, but I'm so comfortable the way it was, and your partner's just like, I know, but it's just that's not reality anymore. And you're like, but can it be? And they're like, no, no, it really can't. I feel it because I feel me trying to fight that and realizing like it's past due, it's past its time. New times have to come in, new things have to be done a different way. I'm sitting here, I should say, feeling that I know that, and I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I can't say it any better. Like I know it, I see it, it makes sense, but I'm just like I don't want to. I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it the way it was. I want to. Can't we just go back in time? Can't we just? Anybody got a time machine? Because I need one. I want to do it the way we used to. I'm fighting it. I'm like, it's weird because I'm seeing it from the third party perspective, but I'm connecting with it. I just want to fight it. I want to say, no, no, no. I don't want to move forward. But they're saying what makes things better is you work, just letting your partner take the lead. Just following their lead, supporting it, giving them, like, tell them, like, you don't really want to, but you'll follow their lead. You can flat out say that is what I'm getting. Just, you'll get through it. You'll get through it. Like you'll move forward a lot easier. Just let them take the lead. I'm feeling like that's kind of the best way to do it, because whatever this was with this situation's in a whole new arena now. You've got the Death card coming forward, and I'm getting it's connected with that Four of Cups for your partner. The way it was, I feel like you have to completely let go of the way it was, not like the memory, but just like the way it was handled. For you, you have to completely let go of that. Because if you even hold on to a little piece of it, it's going to keep trying. You're just going to keep trying to drag everything else back there. So I'm getting you're going to actually completely let go of the way things used to be handled. Is that correct? Okay. For your partner doesn't really want to change either. I'd have to say that. They just feel like they have to. And I feel like they're kind of right. They're seeing it in a different light. They don't want to change. They just feel like it has to happen. Because I'm getting the Three of Pentacles with this Three of Swords, and it seems like this is the challenge more than anything else. It's like their challenge and what makes things better seems to be kind of melding into one. Then right above this is the Study card, which I feel is kind of, it may seem like it's reiterating that Three of Pentacles, but the Three of Pentacles is the work. The Study makes me feel like they're really, soaking it in and trying to like get used to it, trying to get comfortable and connected with this way going forward. Because the both of these threes are definitely, to me, they're work cards. Even the Three of Swords, because if you're going through heartbreak, you're working through that heartbreak. And you got the Three of Pentacles, which is definitely a work card. Anyway, it's like, I think learning is what a lot of people connect it with, which makes sense. Learning, that person's drawing something there, or painting something, rather, painting. So there's a lot of work on their side. Like, it's a little bit of anxiety for them. I wouldn't say they like it because the Three of Swords is there, but they're definitely trying to work it out. They're doing the study. They're trying to like look at a way for this to work out, best case scenario. They don't want to really accept this either. They feel like they have to. They don't want to accept it either. But it seems to be working out because this is like meshing in the challenge with what makes things better. I feel like they have to kind of grieve part of the situation. Because you have the Death card here, but I feel like they're also grieving it, but they seem to be more active with it. And I do feel like this is actually better at this time. Because it seems like they even keep going. They're having a hard time too, but I feel like they may be a little bit more covert about that. Like the Three of Swords is there. You may see some of that, but what I'm actually seeing down beneath it is the Eight of Swords with the Courage, because I'm feeling like they really feel like they have no choice, and they're just trying to muscle it through and get it done. And I'm getting like the farther this goes, they just seem to be feeling like they have to do this. I actually feel the way this is going, where you're just kind of following their lead, it seems to make it progress, move forward easier for your partner. Like, because they have to keep moving forward, they feel like they have to, and they have to do that courage thing, you're kind of depending on this for them. I feel like that's the reason they're moving forward. Well, I want to say easy, but they seem to be continuing to move forward. If this was reversed, I feel like they might be the ones trying to, pull it back. I feel like they might be second guessing or like critiquing things a little bit over the top. Like it seems to be working better when they have the control and they keep moving forward and they feel like they do. This seems like this moves a lot smoother. I don't see this like a devastating situation. I don't see that Ten of Swords out here. For a minute there, I thought I was gonna with this 8, but that just means this person feels like they're trapped. But the courage there is telling me they're moving through it, and this is your partner moving through it. It just seems like it works out better if they take the lead. Because I feel like they're more apt to just kind of accept the change. Because, again, they're not off base with how you feel. They do feel the same, but the fact that they have to take the lead and push it forward, they're forcing themselves to accept it. They're forcing themselves to move forward. You seem more conducive with following and letting them make the decisions and just supporting. It seems to work better for both of you in this respect. And I'm just questioning it. I don't know if this is the normal for your relationship, but for this situation and how this is going, it seems to be that's the better way to handle it. It seems like you're both going to have an easier time going that way for now. For now. I mean, granted, it's out there for everybody, so general read, however you want to put that. Are we good? I'm getting that we're done. So did we touch on everything? Yeah, I think I touched on all the cards. I don't think this is bad. I even feel like you saw this coming. Like, I don't feel like this is any type of a shock for those this is really hitting. I just feel like it's one of those things where you're kind of like maybe feeling a little guilty for leaving it on your partner to take the lead until you kind of see it from this angle and realizing that they're actually moving forward and they're going to keep progressing because they are leading. Like, it makes it more, it just seems to make it smoother. I'm not going to say easier because I don't feel like it's right. Just smoother. Just keeps moving forward because they have the lead. And I feel like you following, it actually helps you too. Like, I feel like this works. I'm not going to beat it to death. We're going to move on. I say that, and I think I already have beat it to death. Let's do Pisces single. Pisces single. Single Pisces. Messages for single Pisces. Messages for single Pisces. Messages for single Pisces. Messages for single Pisces. What do we have for single Pisces? Empowering information to help them see what's truly happening and help them go towards something that they want. Help them prepare or get ready or make challenges. Make decisions. See challenges before they happen. Maybe something like that. Empowering information for single Pisces. That was kind of going left and right, so I'm wondering, are we coming up to a challenge? Yeah, I wouldn't say that was a roadblock card, but what do we have at the end? Let's shuffle these. There's a couple cards here that could go either way, in my opinion. Sometimes they go well, sometimes they don't. The one card there that I really don't like isn't out here, so I'm happy with that. Okay. Alright, so single Pisces. You got the Knight of Wands at the top here, which is the first thing that I'm pulling towards. Somebody seems to be trying to push things forward, but this feels like a repeat. A repeat. What are we repeating? It feels like a repeat. It's the first thing I'm hitting. Somebody came in and left quick. And they were attracted to you, but I feel like they spooked themselves. Like, I feel like somebody in the past, very aggressive, got what they wanted, whatever that means, and then, like, they were just kind of like, I don't know, it's like it spooked them or something, like, oh, and they moved on. And I feel like that bothered you. Like, this person, I feel like, left a mark on your heart. Like, you thought they were all into you, you seemed to connect back, and then you went along with whatever they wanted, and then they're gone. Just done. Some of them had some issue. Well, you might know about if there's extra things going on there. I feel like you already know. Let's just put it that way. Because I'm getting in the past, judgment went in both your favors because it went forward. But then that person just was like, I feel like they spooked themselves and they're just like, whoa, and they walked out. They're just like, oh, like they just couldn't handle it or something. Like they got what they wanted. And they're like, wait, where's this going? And they just kind of ditched. Strange. To me, strange. I'm getting you standing here with the Empress. I don't feel you have any animosity really towards this person. I just feel like you look back in confusement a little bit. not in how you feel, but like why did they do like why did everything seem to match up so well and then just like the Empress here, she's a very evolved person. She's very intelligent. She thinks with her heart. She's just kind of like, you know what? I feel like you're standing in this position where you're like, you know what? That wasn't me. That was this other person. I don't know what was going on there. There's a lot of question marks. I'm seeing a lot of question marks out there. Like, I don't know what was going on, but I was open to communicating, talking. I didn't get any, like, I don't know what was, I don't know the total. I feel like you know a little bit of information to where you kind of piece together what you think went on, but overall, you're just kind of like, it's not me. It was them. It was definitely them. I don't know how that sounds, but that's how it feels. Because the Empress is like, I don't have any animosity, but I don't feel like I did anything wrong. I don't feel like it was anything wrong with me. I feel like they had a little short circuit, and I feel like you let go of it, or you kind of thought you did, or kind of maybe still stand in that position where you think you did, where you just kind of like disconnected your feelings from this person because you're like, I don't know what's going on there, and I don't think I'll ever will. Now, this person who came in quick and left quick, this repeat that I feel coming forward again, I'm getting they've been doing a lot of work on themselves. I'm getting they seem to still think of you. I'm getting you keep rolling around in their head, and for some reason, it almost feels like it doesn't. It's like it doesn't completely fit. Like you don't fit in their life, in their brain, but they can't seem to stop thinking about you every now and then. It just seems like you randomly pop into their thoughts, and they try to negate it out, but you just keep coming back, and then I just feel like they keep moving forward towards you, and the question is, why are they fighting it so hard? Like, why are they fighting it so hard? And I'm getting for some of them, they're afraid to fall in love, and they're connecting with you on that level. Like, they're feeling it, their heart is connecting to you, and I feel like they're afraid to fall in love. Is that right? Like, all right, so I get like there's a smorgasbord of why, so, but, like, I'm getting like it's too intense. Like, they're connecting with you, they feel that attraction, and it scares them. And they keep trying to talk themselves away from you. They keep trying to talk themselves into a circle where they're like, oh, this is a bad idea. That wouldn't work. This is just, like, I almost feel like they're trying to say that they're purely attracted to you for your looks. They're like, I just find you beautiful. Or they just find you beautiful. They're like, I feel like they keep trying to negate it out. And I'm getting for a lot of them, it's fear. It does circle around in other ways, like fear of love, fear of, you seeing them for who they really are rather than who you think they are, in their opinion. There's a lot going on there, but they're working on it. I'm getting like despite their best efforts, they are working on it. They are seeming to improve. That seems to be like a situation there. Now, at the bottom here, this sometimes, okay, I'm gonna go down that road. The Five of Cups at the bottom is telling me, like, you both seem to think that the situation just didn't have enough to make it survive. That person came in, went out, they walked away. You think it doesn't have enough to survive because they walked away. Like, it seems rational to me to have that thought. They don't think there's enough there because they're trying to talk themselves out of it. They're very uncomfortable with the intensity. Whoever this is, it seems like they're very uncomfortable because they really are, like, magnetically connected. They want to pull. They're fighting it. I'm getting that strongly. Like, this isn't a fight card. This Three of Pentacles. But every time I go here, I feel like somebody's like resisting, and I feel like that's the work being done here. Like, they're hashing through it, trying to figure out why are they resisting it so much, and they just keep fighting it even more. All right, we'll keep going. I know that's not a fight card, but right after it, just to give you a little insight, the Courage card is coming after it because like they have to buck up and just figure out what the problem is. Because they are fighting it. I get that every time I go over to this card, like there's a resistance, and they're working through it, but I feel like it's despite their own best efforts. And I'm getting it connected with this Knight of Wands, like they do want to come towards you again, but I feel like some of them are embarrassed because they got spooked and ran. And they're like, I feel like that's another reason they're talking themselves out of it. Even though they're working on it, they're just kind of like, I already made a mess of this once. Like, I already look like the fool. Why make it worse? Like, this person isn't going to give me another chance. I wouldn't give me another chance. Like, one of those feelings. Let's put down their energy and go into what's happening. Now, when this is in the center, like, this is mostly, typically when I'm reading the now time frame, which, you have to decide for when you're watching this, what part of this reading you're actually experiencing. See, things are the same. Nothing is changing in the center. I'm getting the King of Pentacles with the Eight of Pentacles, and I'm getting the King is saying, you both seem to be reserved to the way it is. You're not moving towards them. Why would you when it's not going to land? They're not moving towards you. They've decided they don't really want to. And I feel like that's ironic because in truth I feel like they do want to move towards you, but that's a whole other story. And the Eight of Pentacles right after is like it's like you're both looking at this like it's just a momentary thought every now and then, but it's going to keep dissipating, and you're expecting it to just stop after a while. You're expecting the thoughts to just stop. Especially on the Pisces side, I feel like this person just kind of rolls around in your head once in a while, but then you realize they kind of ran, and you're just kind of like, and you just kind of move on from the thought. But every now and then, they just kind of circle around, and they start running around your brain again, and you're just like, yeah, and they're like, no, that's not going to happen. And you just kind of let it go, because you're like, I can't make anything happen there. They don't seem to want to. So you don't give it too much thought. I don't feel like there's like an obsession on it. It just kind of happens, and you're like, that'd be nice, but nothing happened before, and I don't see anything happening in the future. So you're trying to let it go. You're expecting it just to dissipate on its own. And I'm getting the Seven of Pentacles in your thoughts. It's kind of like, like, how much longer is this going to keep, how long is this person just going to keep popping up in my head? And it's like, can't this person just, like, can't that thought just completely just desensitize and move on and just go into the categories of the past? Unless I'm looking for that thought, I don't understand why it keeps pushing forward. Like, unless you want to think about this person, you're not understanding why they just keep popping in your head, because they just keep popping in your head randomly. Like, you can go a month or two or a few weeks or whatever without thinking about them, and then just they pop right in there. And you're just kind of like, what is up with that? And that's what the Seven of Pentacles says to me for you. You're just like, how long before this just kind of moved on? Because I'm getting that with this person. Like, this is typically a card, like, waiting for the fruits of harvest, how long before I can pick the fruit, whatever. But I'm getting, like, how long before this just kind of goes? And you're just kind of like, when is this thought going to stop? You're expecting it to stop somewhere down the road, but you're like, when? Like, why is it? You're almost questioning it slightly, like, why does it keep coming around? And part of you wants to be hopeful, but they're not letting yourself really explore that, because you're like, I really can't do anything in this situation, so I'm just going to let it flow. Good? Alright, so and we're going in a little farther into the future. This is a weird reading, I have to say. Because you got the Four of Swords with the study. That thought's coming back again. That thought, this person is popping into your head again. And I feel like there's a reason for this. I'm seeing where this is going, but you got the Four of Swords with the study. They're popping in your head again. And but this time when it comes in, you're just kind of like, alright, what's unresolved here? Why is this person popping into my head? Should I contact them? Should I try to talk with them? Like, what do I need to do? Because the Four of Swords, with the study card, is like, you're really trying to figure out, like, why is this keep coming around? Why is this information, energy still popping into my head? Like, what is the deal? And you're trying to find reason for it, because you're like, it just keeps happening. Like, the energy keeps coming at me. Alright, you got my attention, but what? What do you want me to do with this? I feel like that's what you're doing. You're sitting here saying, alright, universe, I'm getting it. You want me to think about this person. Why? What do you want me to do? I'll just do it to get it over with. What do you want me to do? And then Empress card pops in again in the sense of, like, you're like, alright, the feelings are here, but why? Like, I don't feel like you're, like, blown over, but you're like, yeah, they're popping into my head, but why? Like, what's the point? What's the purpose? And you're trying to, like, just, like, is there something here I need to just, like, move through? I have to deal with? I have to address? What? Because I feel like you're still at this spot here where you're just kind of like, I still can't go towards this person because there's just no point to it. And you're just kind of like, I just don't think that's going to work. And I don't feel you moving towards this person, but you're questioning, like, why do they keep popping into my head? All right, so where this is ending is the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the fertility. I'm getting this person is kind of, they're communicating with you, but very loosely. For some of you, I almost feel like it's like either like a text or some type of message, or you just see them out somewhere, and it's a very short situation where they're acknowledging you and talking to you, but they seem to move on from the conversation. But every now, like, even if it's like for texts, for example, if you even send back a question, like you could go a day or two before you get a response back. They might do one or two responses or say something back, and then they'll go distant for a couple days again. And I feel like the Four of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands is kind of like this situation, like the fertility is right on top of it. It seems to be coming back into play, but there's a lot of resistance. I don't feel like you're going overboard with trying to get information for them because you're like, that didn't work before. But you are like trying to keep a conversation going. They seem to be just very loosely connected. Like they're moving forward slowly. They got the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, but I'm getting that energy is right there. They're like they do want to see you. They do want to see you, and they're very drawn to you. At this end part, if this reading is hitting for you, and this person already came around once, and they got spooked and ran, I feel like your reasoning for probably connecting to this reading or getting this information is like, don't repeat what you did the first time. So whatever happened the first time, like keep it very casual and platonic. For whatever that means. Like it might have been platonic the first time around, so I don't want to make it sound like there was definitely something going on. But like if you were very open and giving, whatever that meant, very talkative, very nice. Not that you don't want to be nice this time, but like hold it back a bit. Try to hold it back for a while, because I'm getting like you're gonna have to make this person work for it. Not like to a ridiculous amount, but like then slowly give in. Do your best to just slowly give in when you decide the right time is there, because they're like you could repeat what you already did. So they're like don't run ahead quickly. Let it go slowly. Keep a distance from this person. Still talk to them. Still be nice, but be careful not to jump forward too much, because it feels like this person will get spooked again. And I feel like that's the big piece of this reading. Like they're like saying, don't repeat what you did the first time. Like go a lot slower. This may work out better for you this time. Because this person seems to be coming towards you a second time. I'm getting a repeat again. And I'm getting if it goes forward too fast, they'll probably jump out again. Anything else? All right, I feel like that's the reading for Pisces single. I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.